Well, hello again. I thought about the last session I did with the guys from Mass, and we talked about breakups. And I thought I wanted to go a little bit further on this about, okay, so now you've broken up, and now, you've learned a little bit about yourself on what maybe you want to do better or what kind of traits you'll be looking for in the next partner. And so I'm going to suggest a couple of questions for you to ask yourself. Again, it's all about introspection, right? First, until we start dancing this dance with somebody new, we gotta figure out what it is for us. So one of the first questions I think is really important, especially today, because the reason we have relationships is so utterly different than it used to be. It used to be before for safety, for security, for, building a family. Like back in the day, it was primitive. That's all we did. It was for our basic human needs and survival. And today, I think, for sure, it's for enlightenment. It's for how do we reach our best potential. It's for like this sharing and being able to heal some of our old stuff. I'll always say to people, oh, you think you're good? Get into a relationship, because that's where we're triggered. I mean, when that special person, they see you in ways that you can easily hide who that is from the world. But your special partner, you can't hide that person, nor should you, because again, there's nothing wrong with you. But we do protect because we always want to put our best selves forward. And anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But so the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what is the purpose of relationship for you? Why do you want a partner? This is super, super important. And be honest about it for yourself. It's okay. Whatever you think it is okay. The goal is to align with somebody who actually believes it to be the same as you. Now that's one step in the right direction, hands down. Great place to start. So, a lot of times too, I'm learning a lot about expectations. And depending where you're at in life, I mean, your expectations can make it or break it. And first you start with yourself and what you expect from a partner. If you didn't get that need met, if there is something that you expect from them and they're not showing up, well, right now you're going to be a bit, you're not going to be happy with it. And then over time, what happens is you actually become disrespectful of that person because they're just not showing up the way you expected. And then, another one, of course, is kind of in conjunction with that is, what do you need from someone? So these expectations are there because they're there to meet a need, right? So, I know for me, I need a lot of quality time. I need that connection. So yeah, I can go for bike rides and I can go play cards with a bunch of friends and go for dinner parties, and those are all great, but I need a connection. I need conversation. I need it to just be the two of us often enough that I feel connected throughout the days we're not together or when we're out in public. At least we've had that connection. So, my job isn't to tell people to connect with them. I can't put that on anyone, but I need to be with somebody that also really values that. I remember, no right, wrong, good or bad. It just is. And owning it is the first step. So, of course, and then I think I really like this one too, because especially at the beginning, the first year with somebody, you're really getting to know each other. And I think the question, how you deal with conflict, is really important because we're not going to see eye to eye. And we're going to have to talk about these things. But if you don't know what you need in those moments, and I know from experience with a lot of men need to run. They need to just go and gather their thoughts, right? They have to think about it. And a lot of women will go chasing because that triggers their anxious attachment, right? So it's okay that you guys run. It's okay that you need time to think. But it's important to explain that to someone before you're in an argument. Just be like, hey, listen, when I get triggered, when I get heightened, when I see red, when I don't know what to do and I know I'm not making you happy, I tend to need to run. Some guys go for a drive. Some guys go for a walk. Some guys just, sort it out in their mind. So I think it's important that we talk about these things right up front. Like, what are we scared of? We're gonna fight, and it's okay. But it's all about, Terry Real, I love when he talks about like harmony, disharmony, and repair. we got to be able to come back and say, hey, I'll be back. We're going to deal with this. And it just makes everybody a little bit calmer and not so afraid of the fight, because there's that safety now that you're going to come back and deal with it. So, and then to wrap all these big questions up is, how willing are you going to be, how willing are you to be able to discuss some of these things with your partner? Because these are things that are useless for you to just know. We're moving along with somebody, and we got to bring them along with us, and we got to be on the same page about things. So anyway, those are my 2 cents about what I believe to be really important in the building, or the primary, making your way through that, getting the next partner or being available for dating, is really being honest about who you are. And these questions are, I think, super important. So take some time with them, give it some thought if it's important to you. And again, reach out if you need some clarification and somebody to talk to about how to do this. I'm always here for you. So thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.